Okay, so now we're gonna have a look at how you activate your Wi-Fi on the camera and how you use your app to control the settings of the camera. First thing we're doing, since this camera is shut down, is that we start the camera. Now to activate the Wi-Fi, you push this round button here, and you push it and hold it. If you just push it, you will activate the remote, and if you don't deactivate it, it will drain some battery. So, but it's likely anyway that you activate this by mistake, so make sure before you get your dog into the field that the remote is not activated. So, activate the Wi-Fi, and you see a blue light that's gonna blink. Now we have an Android here in this example, and we have an app called Home 7. It's available in the Play Store, and it works for Android 4.2 up to Android 6 at the moment. Not sure if it works for Android 7. And it also works for Apple devices using iOS. And the app function is basically the same. So what we do is that we launch the app. Now this is my current network called ACES, since my Wi-Fi has to be activated, of course. That's important that the Wi-Fi is activated, that this one is green. Now this has a network on its own, and we want the camera to connect to this network. Now remember, you can't really access anything on the internet when you have access, when this is your connection. So I refresh my Wi-Fi hotspot, and then this one should pop up. Now it's already popped up, but this one doesn't always show, so you have to refresh, and then you see this one. Now you see the camera, and you push the camera. And after some while, we're gonna see a live video screen here. Now, what we want to do is that we want to go into settings, and what's most important to you would be this encode configure. So here you have different settings. First you have resolution, and then you have quality. That's kind of the compression level of the video. And then you have encoding format. So what you do is that you can change this into 720p or 1080p. I used to go for better when it comes to quality and H.265. Now if you have a old computer, this could be problematic. It could be problematic to view actually the video if you have H.265, but you basically need H.265 to fit your video onto the camera if you want to do long recordings. But most computers can cope with H.265. What you also need is an updated encoding player. And I would recommend the latest version of VLC player. If you just get the sound in the video, you know that you don't have the latest codec. And if the video kind of lags, then it's your computer. Those are the settings that are interesting to you. I would recommend 1080p at H.265. You get like 6.5 hours of recording. And once all of this is done, by the way, here you have a date timestamp that you can activate or deactivate if you want to have that. Once you're done, you press save. Don't forget about saving. You have function settings. Here you have, for example, G sensor, advanced configure. Nothing particularly interesting here. Hard disk information. Here you can format and you can see how much of the card that is used up. I'm currently not having a card installed on this one. No storage, it says. Yeah, and you can also control if you want to. The same thing as pushing this button once. When the camera is active, you can enable or disable the remote. And here you can also pair the remote with the camera, and that's important to do if you want to have your remote working. And it's for the reason that if you have several cameras or something, you want to know which one is controlling which camera, and you can control it without pairing. So that's important if you want to use your remote. And that is basically that's the basics for this camera and this app, how you use it. Now I can shut down the app, and you always want to shut down your Wi-Fi function because that drains a lot of use from the battery. So that's it about how you use the app.